Good morning, guys. So today is Wednesday. We've got a pretty busy day lined up for today. So we've got a Kia Rio, which is coming for some warranty work. I'll show you what it's doing in a minute, but I'm going to get the camera set up, see how we repair it, if we can repair it. But basically, the car isn't registering that it's got fuel. So that's one thing that we need to sort out today. We've then got a meeting with an accountant at 12 o'clock because we've still not got an accountant yet. So we're trying to sort that out today. Desperately need that doing. And then the third thing, hopefully today or tomorrow, we're going to jump on the Abarth and we're going to start doing a service on it and getting it washed as well. So my back's feeling much, much better today. So I'm really happy with that. We've managed to purchase some cars, as mentioned previously, on auction yesterday. We do need to organise collecting them. I think what I'm going to do going forward is just pay for deliveries. It's becoming a bit of hard work relying on people to drop you off all the time. So I'm going to sort that out today as well. So pretty busy day lined up. No inquiries as of yet this month, but we haven't got any stock, so that explains that one. There is a private customer that has messaged me yesterday. So he wants to sell his Vauxhall Corsa to us. It's his mum's. She stopped driving. So yeah, we're going to go and have a look at that and see if it's any good. Did mention something though, which were a big alarm bell. He says there's a clogged radiator. Vauxhall Corsa, clogged radiator. Says, is the car overheating? Yes. Then he lets slip that he's replaced the thermostat on the car. So I'm thinking, is the head gasket gone? And am I being stung? So we'll go and have a look at it anyway, see what it's all about. But yeah, we'll show you this Kia Rio. We need to jump on this. We'll show you the part that we're replacing. So we believe it's the fuel sender. So I'll show you what that looks like, show you the car. Yeah, we'll pull it into the garage and get cracking. What a beautiful day, guys. Summer is well and truly coming back. Again, pitch is looking empty. I had my brother around yesterday. So my brother's only 18 and he's not in work yet. So I've had him around for a bit of work experience. So he's actually helped me. Well, I've obviously paid him, but he's washed this Mini for me. I think he's done a pretty good job, to be fair. Nice old tyre slick. And he's coming back to wash a couple more cars for me as well. So it was great to have him, and it was a really proud moment as well. I'll add a clip of a picture of him with the car. You know, I think he was proud he earned a bit of money as well. So, right, this is the car in question. So, what's happening? So the car's not registering, it's got fuel. Now, we've had this car in before to have a look at it. Was advised to reset the battery, which we've done. We did it about 2 or 3 times. Managed to get the fuel gauge to react, then it drops again. So, if you can see that, it's actually below minimum. So the car's not registering at all, it's got any fuel in. We believe it's a fuel sender, which is the issue in the fuel tank. So we're going to get that changed. The customer's been really patient. I think they're on holiday at the minute, actually. So he's just dropped it off to us. So yeah, we'll pull it into the garage, get the back seat stripped out, and yeah, we'll just wing it and see if we can fix it. Right then, so we need to take the back seats out, I believe, and then there's a panel underneath. So I need to figure out how to take these seats out. That's the first bit. Never took any out of a Kia Rio before. So let's have a look. Do they just pop? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're just a pop. So there we go. Now that is very interesting. This fuel tank has been out before. I wonder if it's had a cheap fuel pump and it's failed. Because there's loads of silicon, so I'll show you that in a second. Just need to figure out how to fully get the seats out. Bear with me. There's a bracket in the middle, right at the back. So, yeah, not the nicest design, but Just need to get some tools, get that out. And yeah, I'll show you the fuel tank. It's definitely been in before, so that's a bit of a concern really, but yeah, let's just crack on. Just trying to see what size this bolt is, so I'm going to go with 13. Am I right with this tool? Probably not. Let's have a look. Don't think that's the right size. There we are. So that's that. Right, this is interesting. So, if you look at this, so if you look at that there, if you see all this silicon, this has been out before. So, yeah, it's got me a little bit concerned. Anyway, we'll start trying to strip it, and yeah, we'll see what's going on. So we need something to pry under it, but I've got to think it's going to be pretty hard to get off because of all this silicon that's on. So I might need to use a heat gun. It just makes me nervous that somebody's been in this before. Like, why have they been in? Other than an issue with the fuel again. So what is causing that? Is it a cheap part, or has it not been fit right? Right, we're nearly there. So right, I'm gonna go and put some gloves on. Whole point of this, guys, is I'm trying to get all the warranty work done, and then start this month fresh. So that's the plan. Right, so this has been off before, definitely, but that's not a new. It's not a new tank. So what's this had replaced? That is interesting. Okay. So I'll show you. So this is the fuel pump. Well, as you see, that looks pretty old to me. And yeah, I just don't see why someone would have been in there, unless someone's been in and then decided they don't want to do anything with it. I'm not too sure, but yeah, let's get taken out, and yeah, we'll get it replaced. Right, so this, guys, is the new part. So fuel pump and then the float which is attached to it. I believe that is the issue. So just need to make sure it all matches up, and then yeah, we'll put this on. Hopefully that fixes our problem. I've got a feeling this is going to be a messy job, so I'm just trying to cover everything up. We obviously don't want fuel being all over the place for the customer. Right, so let's have a look and see what we've got to do. So, right, okay. Okay, there's a little bit of fuel coming out of that one, so put that there. Is it going to be the same with this one? I'm guessing so. Okay. Take that bracket off. And then what mil are these? So, I think they're 8 mil. Ah, 8 mil. Honestly, guys, I'm just winging this. And if this don't give anyone some motivation, if there's something wrong with your car, just have a look. Use a bit of common sense. And you should be alright. That's if it fixes it. If it don't fix it, then I won't use that in this video, but I believe we're on to a winner. Okay. Oh my god, I thought I dropped a screw then. These are the tiniest screws for a fuel pump. You'd think they'd be like some like reinforced ones or something, but they're tiny. I believe this is the last one. Was it? No, there's one more. Sorry, one more. I feel like I need an extra bag or something, so let's have a look. Okay. So, how does this come out? Does it just literally lift or what? Oh shit. I've dropped a hell of a lot of fuel then. Okay. So guys, this is the old fuel pump. So there's nothing obvious on it, but there must be something wrong, I'm assuming, with this. So, just gonna have a look at the one, compare them, and then yeah, we'll get the new one fitted. Oh my god, this is nerve-wracking. It's fuel. Let's get some rags. I'm just trying to clean up the area because I've sprayed a bit of fuel. Well, I've not sprayed it, the fuel tank sprayed it, but is there any more? God, that is a strong, strong smell. I think this car, I'm probably going to need valeting after this. Okay. New fuel pump. Does anything need doing from my end? The bit that's not making sense to me is how somebody's already been here and fitted a fuel pump, but or whatever they've done, they've been in here somewhere. So unless it's someone who's just had a look and then got scared to fix the issue, or I'm not too sure. Oh, guys, this is actually scary. Honestly. Right, is that in or no? Right, so I'm just lining everything back up, or trying to. I believe that is. Okay, where's that metal plate? Let's put this back on. So that needs to be like that. Oh my gosh, what the Why can I not get this lined up? I've got a meeting with my counter at 12 as well, so I really need to get a move on because I'm running out of time. That's the first one. So it's fiddly because the fuel pump's just wanting to float. So you have to put all your weight on it. And then these screws are tiny. I've got black silicone, whatever it is, all over my hands. Why don't I just pay someone to do it? Because it wouldn't be fun otherwise. And if this don't fix it, then I'll ring the garage. But hopefully it does. I mean, like I say, that fuel pump didn't look new, but then again, I can imagine it gets pretty dusty down here. So is it like newish or I don't know. Okay. Hopefully, guys, this fixes it. But it's been a nice little test for me as well, to be fair. I've never done a fuel pump before, ever. So, it's a bit of learning experience for me. But hopefully, this sorts it out. Defo fuel in tank. If anything, it's been overfilled when you're having a look on the inside. So, there's definitely not an issue from that side. And the only thing that can really cause that, I've read, well, and garages have told me, is this. Or the instrument cluster, which apparently can fail on these Kias. I hope it's not that, because that'll definitely be a lot more expensive than this, and I just would not be able to do that myself. So hopefully not. Right, let me show you what this looks like then. So, for a bit of mental sanity. So that's the new one in. Ignore the black silicone, but that is the new one in. So hopefully, guys, this fixes it. It's going to put that cap back on, start the car, and then, yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, so how does this go back on here? So it definitely goes on like that, but okay, that's that. That back down. God, it's sticky as hell. Okay, that's that. So, look at the fuel gauge. Back to where it belongs. You see that? Get in, get in. There is nothing more pleasing than that. You always get a bit of anxiety thinking, oh, what if we don't fix it? So, get in. Customer's going to be well chuffed as well. They've been really patient. Can't wait to ring them to say it's sorted out. So, put seats back in. And yeah, we'll give it a bit of a clean as well, just because obviously the fuel that's gone on there. Right, so that side's in. You're gonna sit my arse now. And that side's in. You see how I work is if I have an issue with a car, I just want it sorting. I don't like lingering on stuff. I think that's what customers like about me as well is I'm generally not the sort of person who just sells a car and then fobs you off. You know, if you've got a problem, I will help you the best that I can. It doesn't mean that everything's covered, but things like this. Right, so God, that's hard to line that up. I think I've got it. Yeah, I think so. There we go. We've got one fixed car. Booyah! Brilliant. Well chuffed. So guys, this is one that we've just had dropped off this morning. 63 Mini, it's got 77k on the clock, I believe it is, or 78, one or the other. This car, absolute nightmare. So, didn't mean to buy it. Now you're gonna ask, how the hell did you not mean to buy a car? There were two Minis on the auction 2 weeks ago, and for whatever reason, I mixed them both up. Now, I end up winning this one. So, no logbook. It was a grade 2 condition, but the roof is in an absolute mess. Needs all coming off, re-wrapping. Antenna missing. Not a massive problem, that we can sort that. But the biggest problem, which I'll show you here, looks like it's on coilovers, doesn't it? Can reassure you it's not. So when I picked this car up, me and Frank tried to get back, and you could smell a really bad burning. I was like, what the hell is that smell? So looking around it, couldn't see anything, checking oil were all right. But basically what's happened is the suspension has completely collapsed. So the inside of the tyre was rubbing to the point where the rubber of the tyre is on the alloy, if you can see that. So we had to take it back. Then we're waiting 2 weeks for it to be delivered. Customers lost the keys. That were a great thing. And yeah, needs sorting out. So this is one for today because we're running out of stock. And the other side as well is not looking too clever. So I'm not too sure what is going on. So yeah, that's something that we need to sort today. And I'm going to ring James up at Bridge Street, get that sorted out. But yeah, not everything's sunshine and roses, guys. I've made a big error with this car, so we need to sort it out. But still, we're making a nice car, so there's not a problem from that side. Right then, guys, so it's now Thursday. So we've been on auction, got a few cars on Monday. We're back on today. Need to get another 5 or 6 cars. So biggest thing for me is to try and push our stock profile up in terms of quantity. So I need to try and get to 15 to 20 cars by the end of today. So we've been on auction, Mannheim, Leeds. I know there's other auction companies out there, but I've used a couple and I've been stung with quite a lot of cars where Mannheim Leeds seem to be pretty legit, to be honest. I've had a couple of issues, but on a whole, everything's been all right. So we've had a look. There's a few cars on there, a couple of Astras, all that sort of stuff. So really need to get some of these cars won. The other thing is obviously getting these cars here. So Frank is the guy who's been giving me an hand. Obviously, I mentioned him time and time again. He's taken a bit of a step back from helping me. I think he wants to spend a bit of time with his family and stuff, which is absolutely fine, no problem. Still comes in every now and again, gives me an hand, but can't be expecting him to come every week and running about when he's basically retired and he's come out of the trade because he's had enough for it. So pitch is still looking pretty bare. We've not got many cars in stock at all at the minute, but we have, but they're not here. So we've paid for delivery today. They might not be here for a week. So we need to find this balance and get used to the fact that Frank's not going to be here all the time now to take me up there. But in terms of some positive that have gone on, the Seat Ibiza is now fixed. So took it for an MOT yesterday. It's had 2 tyres on the front, track rod end, some new wheel bolts, obviously the central locking being repaired. And that is the last I want to see of that car, unless there's something that happens in the next month with warranty. But fingers crossed, it doesn't. Customer's been more than patient. He's going to meet me actually tomorrow at my house to pick it up, which I don't usually do, because I like to separate the two. But on this occasion, the guy's been waiting nearly 3 weeks for the car. So he's been more than patient, and he's a right nice lad. And it's his first car. He's really excited. So yeah, I'm going to make it a bit of a special moment for him. We've had a Mini, which I put on, I did a video on yesterday. So bought a Mini by accident. I don't know how you do that, but I did. So I bought it by accident. It didn't come with a logbook. It come with a few issues. We couldn't even drive it home because the suspension had collapsed that bad. Luckily, that car is fixed, and it was a small repair, so it needed a new coil spring and a new top mount, and that's sorted. There's a couple of bits of smart repair work to do on it. So the vinyl roof that they put on, so that Union Jack, it's all, well, it's just a mess. It needs to come off, and ideally we're going to get that rewrapped. It needs an antenna putting on it, service doing, a few bits like that. But it's another win that I was expecting a lot worse, and it's already got a long MOT on it as well, so we don't need to do that side. The main bit was just making sure that the car was safe. So another positive with that car, bought it with no logbook, which is the main reason why I was panicking, and a logbook came through a couple of days ago, so I was absolutely chuffed. So things have been going well. This month has been slow so far. We've not sold a car actually since we started the month, but that is because we did pretty well last month. We've run out of cars, and this is what I'm saying, where we need to find this balance where we've always got cars and in stock. That's the main thing. So we'll sort that out. It's just a process that we need to get used to. But in terms of today, what we're doing, so we are off to Mannheim. Actually, Frank is going to help me today. So, I'll take me out to him. He's going to take me up to go and pick up a Fiat 500 that we bought last week. It does need a bit of paintwork on it, so it's not in a position to be photoed, but we'll get all that sorted out. It's a nice little car, one owner, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, whilst we're at it, if you can like and subscribe, guys, we're at nearly 70 subscribers, which I'm really, really chuffed with. So if you can like, if you can subscribe, be a big help to us. And yeah, I feel like we're growing steadily. Not quick, but just steady. So if you can just help us push a bit more forward, tell us what you want to see as well. If there's certain content that you want to see or we're not doing, just drop a comment and let us know. What do you want to see that's different to other dealers that are similar to ourselves. The series on the Abarth will be starting, I think, next week. So my back is feeling not good, but okay. So I think we're going to get cracking with that. And yeah, I'm really excited to get cracking with it. So I hope you guys are as well. Anyway, let's get cracking with our day. There's lots to do. Hopefully we'll get a deal done today as well. We've got an inquiry on the orange Mini that we've got for sale. So fingers crossed that falls through. And yeah, we'll catch up with you later. So guys, this is the Mini that we accidentally bought. It's not actually too bad, this car. Probably being a bit dramatic, but it's a 63 plate. It's got 80k miles. It's just had a new coil spring and top mount because the suspension had collapsed, so I couldn't drive it home from auction last week. Needs a couple of bits like the antenna, which is missing, and then if you see how badly all this is cracked, so we're going to take all this off, get the roof rewrapped, sorry. Yeah, it's the right colour, make a good little car for somebody. On inside, it's a nice simple Mini, 80k miles. Just need to get it loved up, really, get it nice and clean, take it for a good valet. Yeah, get some love, get that roof rewrapped, which I think will make a massive difference. And other than that, it drives fine. So that is one from today. Yeah, we're desperate for stock. I've got stock, it's just getting it here. That is one issue with transport. I don't know if any other traders have that issue, but we don't have a flatbed or anything like that. Other cars, so obviously Kia Rio is now fixed. Took that home last night to let all the fuel come round the new fuel pump that's been fitted. That works absolutely fine again, so the customer's going to be chuffed with that. And this is the Seat Ibiza, which, look at this. Oh, yes. So it now unlocks and locks. So well chuffed with that car. And other than that, there's nothing really too exciting to report. It's all the same cars on the front row. So you can spice it up with some new cars in stock. And yeah, we'll show you a few pictures of the Fiat 500 that we're picking up later. And I'm going to get this invoice paid for delivery, and we'll get some of these cars here, fingers crossed, in the next few days. Hello there, guys. Back again. So we are now on Friday. I've had a busy week, so I apologise for the lack of content, but we've been pretty desperate for stock this week. We've been a victim of our own success for last month. So with last month, I would say, was the first proper month of me being a business owner. That's the most amount of cars I've sold by myself. I said we did 20 last month, 2 trade cars as well, so 22 in total. And we've run out of cars. So this month we've been trying to get as much stock as we can get. So I've managed to buy nearly 10 cars so far. We're just trying to get them here, get them prepped, and get them ready for the weekend. So we need some deals through the door. So I'm going to show you the pitch, show you what's going on. We've managed to get some cars here now. It's a lot more fuller than what it looked a couple of days ago. And yeah, I'll spin the camera around now and I'll show you what's going on. So guys, this is now the pitch. Just ready for the weekend. Managed to get 16 cars in stock. It's the fullest that we've looked since we've opened, to be honest. So just show you what we've got. Got a 64 plate Suzuki Alto. Nice little car that, we need to get it advertised. Got a Mitsubishi Mirage in white. I think any cars in white are good cars, to be honest. We've got the famous 63 plate Mini. I can't see it being here long. We've just picked this one up today, 66 plate Fiat 500. It's got 78,000 miles. Good value for money. We've got the Fiesta van. Again, need to get that advertised. This is a good one here, guys. A 64 plate Vauxhall Astra 1.6 diesel, free road tax. It's just touched 100,000 miles. Represents great value for money for somebody. Citroen C1 in dark grey, 52,000 miles. We've just advertised that, so that'll be live as of tonight on Auto Trader. And yeah, it's a great first time driver's cars. That's what we're specialising in at the minute. Got a Mini 1.6 Cooper S, finished in red. It's got the Union Jack flag on the top as well. 83,000 miles, I believe. It's had a brand new timing chain kit on it. This one's great value for money. Just picked this one up today. Kia Ceed 1.6 diesel. It has got 135,000 miles, guys, but it honestly drives immaculate. When I bought this from auction, it was a grade 1 car, so that's their top grading. And Mannheim are pretty anal with how they grade the car, so to be a grade 1, it's got to be pretty special. No damage on it. It's got lots of service history, loads of invoices, and yeah, it's got good value for money. That 62 plate, comes with parking sensors, Bluetooth, finished in white, low road tax, low insurance. We've got the orange Mini Cooper D. Got an appointment on this one, guys, tomorrow. Hopefully we can get that over the line. Same with this Picanto. We've got a dad looking for a car for his daughter. Did want to come tonight, but unfortunately, I cannot physically do tonight's appointment, which is pretty poor from my end, but it just can't be helped. We've got a Chevrolet Spark, a Nissan Note, got the Peugeot 107, and then we've put the famous Abarth 500 on the pitch as well, just to fill it out a bit. We've got a Ford Ka over there, which one of my mates called Will's fixing. Just putting a new starter motor on, then we'll put that on the pitch. And finally, we've managed to get this Seat Ibiza fixed. So the customer's going to be collecting this one tonight. I'm collecting it from my house, which I don't usually do, but the guy's been more than patient, so I'm happy to do it on this occasion. I'll pick it up tonight, and hopefully that's the end of that one. Central locking's now working. I had 2 new front tyres on, and it's also had a track rod end as well, fresh MOT, so that's now done. This Ford Ka here, just having a new starter motor. Got our Will on the job. Here he is. Old bus mechanic here, can't fix a Ford Ka. What's going on? Well, no, we make a good little car for this someone. First car, again, finished in white. It's had brand new trims on it, fresh service, brand new starter motor going on today. 11 plates, got over 80,000 miles, just good value for money cars. So excited to get that one on. And yeah, really excited to get that one on out the way as well. Need to get that number plate on this one. It fell off, so we need to just put some new screws on. But yeah, guys, really excited for the weekend. Hopefully we can get some deals on and I can relax a bit. And another thing as well, so look how full this pitch is looking, and I've got another 8 cars on the way. So I'm really, really excited. I'm trying to push the boat as far forward as I can, using every penny I've got. But my aim is I want to have 20 cars at one time. And I started with 1 car, guys. Anybody can do this. You know, if you want to take a bit of inspiration, I started with absolutely nothing. I started this business for about £3,000. I had 1 car, and this is where we're at. So this is your message to you guys for this year. Push yourself forward, see exactly what you're capable of, get cracking, no excuses. And if I can help in any way, guys, if I can give you any advice or anything, get in touch. Drop us a comment or message us directly. Be more than happy to give you a bit of advice on how I started. And, you know, maybe I can teach you a few things, maybe I can't. But if I can help, then I'll be more than happy to. But yeah, this is where we're at. Again, apologies for the lack of content for this week. There's a couple of bits that we put on there. Obviously, the Kia Ceed having the new fuel pump, or me attempting it. Good thing is, customers picked that up today. They've not called me, so so that's a good sign. So I think that's fixed. But anyway, we'll go inside. It's a bit windy, so I can imagine that you're probably struggling to hear me. So we'll have a sit inside, see what the plan is going forward for this weekend. And yeah, the Bar 500, that is going live now on Tuesday. So we're getting cracking with that one. So apologies for the lack of content, but my back is nearly back to normal. And yeah, I'm about as intense as I'm ever going to be right now. I'm ready to go. But yeah, we'll have a sit down, guys, and go through what we're going to try and achieve for the weekend. So in terms of the weekend, I'm aiming to sell 4 or 5 cars for this weekend. We've yet to sell a car this month, which is no surprise when we've got no cars in stock. So that's why I've been so desperate and manic to get that bit sorted out. So that's the plan going forward for this weekend. We've done a couple of SOR cars with a mate of mine, Willie, you've just seen. So he's also in the motor trade, as I've explained in another video. But that's it for this weekend. Hope you enjoy the video. If you can like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you for the next one. Take care.